Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi Muhammad. I am Hana Kaisara from Sekolah Rendah Islam Hidayah Pasir Batu Pahat. I'll be talking today about good manners and values, the catalyst for a God-conscious generation. Honorable judges, respected teachers, and my dear friends, every generation leaves behind a legacy. But the question is, what will ours be? Will people remember us as a generation that was kind and honest, or as one that was distracted, careless, and selfish? We are living in a time where the world feels heavy. In Gaza, innocent people are losing their homes and families, more than 60,000 lives taken, and over half of them children. But closer to home, we face another battlefield, a battle for our own hearts and minds. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, 90% of teenagers own a smartphone, and many spend over 7 hours a day online. Sadly, instead of using technology to learn and do good, many are trapped in online games, cyberbullying, and harmful content. We see rude language becoming normal, students talking back to parents, students physically assaulting teachers, and even horrific cases of teenagers being involved in theft, drugs, fight, and bullying that cause death. In 2024, PIDA and reported over 5,000 juvenile crime cases in Malaysia. These are warning signs that without manners and values, we're heading for trouble, big trouble, unless something drastic is done. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam warned us. And Abi Hurairah qala Rasulullah min husnil islamil mar'i tarkuhu ma la yabni. Among the beauties of a person's Islam is to leave things which do not concern him. Sunan al-Tirmizi. This means guarding our time, our words, and our actions from things that harm our soul. Ladies and gentlemen, let us look back to the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he was still a young man. Even before becoming a prophet, he was known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy. Why? Because he spoke the truth, he kept his promises, and he treated everyone with respect, even to those who disliked him. One story from this era tells us that when the Kaaba was being rebuilt, the tribes argued over who should place the black stone. They were ready to fight, until Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, still a young man, suggested a peaceful solution. His manners and wisdom prevented bloodshed. If a youth in his 20s could solve a tribal crisis with respect and values, imagine what our generation could do today if we held onto the same qualities. Ladies and gentlemen, good manners are not just for polite conversations, they are a foundation of justice, compassion, and unity. Whether it's speaking kindly to parents, standing up to a bully, or refusing to cheat in an exam, every small act matters. We must always pray that Allah helps us in making choices aligned with Islamic values. A hadith by Muslim shares of this dua that we can always recite and live by. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-huda wa tuqa wa anfafa wal ghina. Oh Allah, I ask you for guidance, piety, chastity, and self-sufficiency. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot control everything happening in the world, but we can control who we are. We can choose to respect our parents, teachers, elders, and everyone we interact with every day. We can use social media wisely to spread knowledge, not hatred. We can use our screen time to level up our knowledge, not just our game scrolls, and definitely not doom scroll until past midnight. We can be honest in our schoolwork and in how we deal with people. We can help the needy, whether they're in our neighborhood or across the world. UNICEF 2022 report shows that youth who actively practice kindness are 40% more likely to volunteer and contribute positively to society as adults. Imagine a whole generation doing that. What a beautiful future we could build. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, every time we speak with respect, every time we choose honesty over lies, and every time we help someone in need, we are building a legacy. One day, we will stand before Allah, and we will be asked, what did you do with your youth? Let us answer proudly, Oh Allah, we live with manners, we held onto our values, and we used our youth to please you. Let us be the generosity Rabbani, a generation remembered for its faith, courage, and compassion. Because good manners are not just habits, they are the light that will guide us, even in the darkest times. With manners we rise, with values we stand. A better tomorrow is in our hands. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.